Today, I would like to share with you my secondary research meal of the day, where I want to eat the foods I like in a healthy way. After taking a bath, I ate some watermelon that had been chilled in the refrigerator since Koba was free. In the summer, I get extremely thirsty, so I eat fruit on the high days. I couldn't decide between a cucumber and a grapefruit, so I ended up buying two. Canned peaches cost 100 yen all year round and are wallet friendly. I'm currently waiting for the opportunity to translate cherries, which are of high quality. Even though I don't eat well at this time of year, the reason my stomach is so bloated is 100% because of the fruits. Today I'm thinking of cutting the fruits I got into bite-sized pieces and packing them into a preserved bag so that I can make more than a fruit punch. This word originally refers to alcohol with fruit in it, but after all, punch and the syrupy sweet dessert I'm about to make are familiar to me, and I want to drink the syrup that's melted from the gun without having the feel of punch. The sugar is made into lakanto, and the lemon kaju is a wonderful lemonade on its own. The extra large project from here will make your spine grow tall, and the spices and herbs that complement it will make the sweetness of the fruit chilly. The calda that I crushed and left behind the tea room was also the mint that I had taken from the herbal tea chava. This scent brings me on a trip, as if it's taking me somewhere far away from the buggy room. Stuff the cut fruit into the preserved bag while it is slowly serving over low heat. Just by looking at it from the outside, I feel more energetic. For now, if I show you the cross sections of cucumber and lemon through the binder, it will look like that. When I'm busy eating fruit, I make time for snacks like I used to when I was little. They polish watermelons and tangerines until they're smooth and shiny, and then they just pop them into their mouths and then eat them. There was such a precious place. Pour hot syrup over it to keep it awake. You can eat the entire island-shaped skin of a watermelon. The white part isn't really that big, but it's crunchy like a radish and a cucumber, and you can dip it in a 1:3 ratio of miso and yogurt. I fall asleep immediately after taking a bath. The thin punch inserted into the hole gently enters the hole before the end. Turn off the lights and enter. Until yesterday, my throat was stuffed with watermelon, but when I woke up, it was dry as if it were a lie. Recently, Nako, who has been waking up earlier than me, had stolen my water before I knew it. I grew up on mornings like this. When I open a fruit punch, I get a lemon. The fresh aroma of mint and fruit that I want to wake up to are all freshly cut. If you drink carbonated water in the morning, you'll see butterflies and get a good start to the day. I had just fallen asleep, and the fruit woke me up, already lively and ready to go. I wish I could wake up as easily as I do. I want to finish the tedious work in the morning while my mind is clear. Even on a desk full of things, he doesn't make a disgusted face and gently digs into his stomach. I was charged with just the right amount of energy in the morning. It wasn't until I was a child that I was told not to eat all the things I liked. Adults are responsible for everything, even if they get a pimple or their whole body is washed away. In other words, we are forced to eat what we like every day. For lunch, I want to eat crepes with lots of ingredients for free. Oatmeal is a great substitute for wheat. Oatmeal is white, and it also has less sugar than the real oatmeal. Food. Let's also suppress the tongue chamber with eggs and milk. Add all the ingredients and put it in a mixer to break it up finely. The blender I bought for smoothies has recently been used for making oatmeal. Crepe means thin elbows that are so thin that you can see through them. When I tried making it in a frying pan, it turned out to be thick and mossy brown. The road to home crepe is surprisingly tough. That's when I discovered wrap and taihetsu. The Lenten method, using tightly attached plastic wrap to the heat sink plate. Tuck your elbows in as little as possible and straighten them out on your own. With this, you won't have to worry about it clumping or getting too burnt while you spread it. And I microwaved it for 1.5 minutes at 500 W. Is it really possible? At this rate, I managed to make 23 thin crepes, which I imagined doing with half my body and half skill. Let's use the hot plate from earlier to cook the ingredients. I also thought about the chicken fillet, which was part of today's meal. The surface is coated with salt, and the meat is cooked with care to prevent it from becoming dry. If you follow the cookbook's instructions, it will turn out moist and soft. Heat it in a 500W microwave for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, then leave it standing until it cools down. I eat it at lunchtime sometimes and other times I don't. Crepes can be a side dish or a dessert, and they're perfect for a whimsical lunchtime. Just by spreading this sauce on the top layer, the crepe stands out. With cucumber and sashimi, it tastes like Peking duck and has a refreshing salad-like feel. Lastly, add cilantro to create an Asian-flavored crepe that you can enjoy. The other is a French sweet that you can fold up like a crepe and enjoy the chewy texture. Melt a lump of butter and sprinkle it with sugar. This is the most indulgent way to eat it, but for those who are concerned about fat, let's go with a buttery avocado. Brain-light Greek yogurt is also served with an exquisite nuance of fresh cream and cheese. Salt, olive oil, and honey. It can be used as a side dish or as a dessert. The chic atmosphere goes well with your morning fruit punch. My elbow looks like it's going to break at any moment. It's already delicious just by picking it up. Crepes, I feel happiness from my fingertips. Take a big bite and chew all the ingredients. The moment the breath, sauce, and ingredients came together in my mouth, I had used up a day's worth of happiness. However, it still has a lot of calories. I want this healthy, delicious, and money-saving crepe to be the definitive version of homemade Peking duck. Iced tea and crepes go well together. The sweet, fruit-flavored taste will lift your mood and make you want to grab a crepe. That's right. Now for the second one. Actually, this is an avocado crepe inspired by a one-man shop. You might even get to see the fruity side of avocado. Avocado is a fruity butter that melts on your elbow. The combination of lush greens and sweet sauce perfectly describes the summer mood. This is a must-have. If you have some room in your stomach, enjoy a crepe with your third elbow. It's a feeling of loss, similar to when you pour Coca-Cola on pancakes. I strive to make do with the ingredients I have, even though I prefer to eat what I enjoy. Looking at the current lineup, it seems rather bland. Yet, I'm craving something hearty and energetic from exotic cuisine, like taco rice. First, regarding the salsa, fresh tomato-based salsa fits the bill. But we could utilize leftover watermelon and cucumber for a summer twist. Watermelon dishes at this time of year are as intriguing as a music track I'm currently hooked on. Now, the seasoning for the salsa sauce that never gets old, regardless of how often you repeat it. It involves olive oil, salt, and green jalapeno sauce. As for the sauce for octopus meat from the capricious Kimagureya's box, it employs curry, also known as chunu sauce, and ketchup. Pre-adjusting it like this is a good move. Today, the selection is not meat, but chicken. At noon, I tenderize satami in the microwave and break it down. A bodybuilder pouting at the satami meat, which is exceptional due to minimal facilities. I thought taco rice was a Chiba patent for that fluffy ground meat. Yet the fluffy sashimi that emerged as a curvy woman gave me motivation. It's bewildering before zakoku. I surmise the taste and texture are similar to those of salsas. A healthful, pale purple octopus was placed on a plate and left to bask in the breeze. In the summer, I'm reminded of Ministop's Gudakusan Sweets Halo Halo. It was a regular parfait, but when I mixed it up and ate it, my kid's mouth went into a fever, and he was overwhelmed. In my childhood, this taught me the power of combining things. Tonight, too, I will abandon the spirit of Halo Halo. The white part of the watermelon, marinated and dressed in miso sauce, and the creamy contrast of semi-meat egg and egg. It looks like a Picasso painting. I can't imagine how it would taste, but I do know that it would be tremendously delicious. I have made a Nagoya-style halo plate. The taco rice, even though it's called rice, is presented in a style of mixing the rice and ingredients on one plate. The standard taco rice is tinged with fiery sauce, which further enhances the sweetness of the tomatoes. A watermelon that exquisitely replicates that candy-like sensation. The aqueous sweetness vanishes, and the spiciness of the togara begins to fade. This kankyu train is irresistible. The fantastic aspect about taco rice is that the taste changes with each mouthful. Her milky eggs and cheeks are so plump, it looks as if they're about to droop. With a hint of lemon sprinkled on avocado rice that alternates between rich and refreshing, I can't help but consume it. It's the type of rice I crave to eat day after day. My current obsession is finding such rice. Thank you for watching. If you don't mind, please do subscribe to the channel.